What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful 24 official channel. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button today. Let's get started. Luna is fed a dangerous obsession by Sheila, and Lee enforces the law. Will is promoted in the Bold, and the beautiful Electra gives a seductive hint, and Lee warns Luna. Sheila arrives at Lee's house to check on Luna. Sheila and Luna give each other a private glance as Lee discusses giving her a new life. Lee tells Sheila to be careful when she offers to go get Luna a pizza because no one can tell Luna is alive until they know what they're dealing with. Ivy tells Electra that today is going to be a big day for her boyfriend in the design office of Forrester. Will and another intern, Tony, dine with Brooke and Katie in Il Giardino at that very moment. Katie announces that this is more of a celebration than a meeting. Brooke tells the young ones they're being promoted and are no longer interns. Electra is thrilled to learn of her man's promotion back at Forrester and can't wait to congratulate him. Electra tells her aunt, returning to the theme of the week, that Will understands why she wants to wait to have sex. He is unquestionably the ideal man for her. Ivy wishes that more young women would listen to themselves in the same way that Electra has done in PSA mode. Electra moons about wanting her first time to be beautiful and romantic. Sheila, on the other hand, makes her way to Il Giardino and listens in as Brooke tells Deacon about Will's promotion. Katie clucks that she couldn't be prouder of her son. Will jokes about what Bill will think about Deacon's offer to find sparkling water. After nearly losing Liam, Katie believes he will be a more supportive father. Will hopes that things will now get better. Katie and Brooke praise God that Luna won't be a problem anymore. Will says he can't wait to tell Electra, which causes Sheila to roll her eyes. She perks up when Katie decides they should plan a party and takes it up with Deacon. After confirming what she heard at the bar, Sheila walks off with her pizza and walks up to her husband. Will Lee be heard by Luna? At Lee's place, Luna tries to figure out whether to call her Aunt Lee or Grandma Lee. No matter what Finn's mother calls her, she doesn't care. Luna inquires about her sense of beauty. Even though she already knows that, Lee tells her that she is beautiful. Seeing the wheels turning, Lee warns, stop thinking about boys. Particularly Will Spencer undaunted and grinning. Luna tells how hot Will is and suggests she chill. Lee is furious because she risked everything for her. I assume you will comply with my instructions. She rants about Luna's growing resemblance to her mother. She needs to focus on redemption. Lee didn't risk losing everything for the sake of boys. Alert new tagline, especially in regard to Will Spencer. Luna is informed by Lee that Lee will be her drill sergeant from now on. She'll reform her and make sure she doesn't turn out like her mother. Sheila walks in and senses the tension. Luna complains to Sheila while Lee is out taking a call, and Sheila tells Luna about Will's promotion and the party plans at Il Giardino. Luna gives a sly grin. Is Electra equipped? Electra congratulates Will at Forrester, where Katie informs her and Ivy about the upcoming party. Brooke also attends. Electra and Will share a passionate kiss when they are alone. He thinks the party could be a memorable night for both of them. Could be, she whispers seductively. Sheila spills the beans on Lee boot camp for Luna. Lee Finnegan made the decision to run a boot camp for Luna Nozawa in the Bold and the Beautiful before Sheila Sharp told her granddaughter about Will Spencer's news. Sheila showed up at Lee's house with a gift bag for Luna and noticed that Luna's recovery was still going well. Until they knew what they were dealing with and were able to give Luna a new life as planned, no one else could know Luna was alive, insisted Lee. Luna was hungry and asked for a pizza, so Sheila headed off to get her one at Il Giardino. That gave Luna a chance to put on more makeup and inquire about Lee's opinion of her beauty. Lee realized Luna was thinking about boys again, so she scolded Luna and especially didn't want her fixating on Will. She expected Luna to make the most of this chance at redemption because Lee had put a lot on the line for Luna. Because Lee didn't want Luna to become like Poppy Nozawa, she insisted that Luna go through her own boot camp. Lee vowed to be Luna's drill sergeant and reform her, but Luna thought she needed to chill out. Ivy Forrester updated Electra Forrester at Forrester Creations regarding Will's significant day. Since Ivy had heard about Will getting a promotion, she told Electra about it. Electra, who had never been in the bedroom before, was overjoyed and eventually mentioned waiting. Electra anticipated something special and romantic now that it was taking place with a great man like Will. At Il Giardino, Brooke Logan and Katie Logan sat down with Will as well as another employee named Tony. Will and Tony learned they were no longer interns, so they were thrilled over their promotions. Will stayed to celebrate with Katie and Brooke while Tony had to leave early. Sheila listened in as she waited for Luna's pizza as Deacon discussed the promotion with all of them and agreed to let them have a party at the restaurant. After Sheila spoke to Deacon briefly, she headed back to Luna and picked up on the tension with Lee. Luna was intrigued when Sheila told her about Will's promotion and the upcoming party at Il Giardino in a moment of solitude. After wishing Will well on his promotion, she went back to Electra and had a sexual encounter with him. Will and Electra were both looking forward to what might be an unforgettable evening. Stay tuned because Luna, according to the Bold and the Beautiful, will demonstrate that she has not changed when she executes her subsequent scheme. In the constantly evolving universe of the Bold and the Beautiful, the tension surrounding Sheila, Lee, Luna, Electra, Will, and the Forresters began to escalate as a pivotal day unfolded in ways that would send shockwaves throughout Los Angeles and beyond. This day would be remembered for its perilous obsessions, ignored warnings, celebrations that concealed impending chaos, and the intricately connected lives of characters who could never fully evade their fates. Sheila Carter Sharp, a name that epitomized manipulation and obsession, had determined that Luna Nozawa, both delicate and spirited, was the ideal candidate to shape into something perilous, something reckless, something that would disrupt the lives of everyone from Katie Logan to Brooke to Will Spencer himself. Will stood on the brink of adulthood and new responsibilities, blissfully unaware that he was becoming the center of a brewing storm, a storm that would set mother against mother, aunt against niece, and love against obsession. Lee Finnegan, the ever-stoic guardian of order, discipline, and redemption, had chosen to impose her own version of law upon Luna, a personal boot camp aimed at eradicating Luna's impulsive nature and replacing it with structure and restraint. However, Sheila, who had never been one to adhere to rules, recognized in Luna's malleable state the perfect chance to sow the seeds of obsession, particularly regarding the newly promoted Will Spencer, a boy who symbolized stability, hope, and a promising future. However, it also represented temptation and peril for Luna. The events commenced when Ivy Forrester, ever the keen observer with her acute sense of timing, leaned into Electra Forrester's ear within the Forrester design office and playfully suggested that today would be significant for Electra's boyfriend. She hinted that Will's tenure as an intern was approaching a glorious conclusion, a reality already unfolding at Il Giardino, where Brooke Logan and Katie Logan were seated across from Will and another intern, Tony. Their smiles were warm and maternal as Katie, her pride nearly overflowing, proclaimed that this was not just a lunch but a celebration. Brooke nodded in agreement with her sister, sharing in the joy as they disclosed that Will and Tony were being promoted, officially leaving their internship days behind and propelling them to the next stage of their careers. Tony, feeling grateful yet opting to leave early, departed, leaving Will to bask in the warmth of maternal approval and gentle teasing regarding what Bill Spencer Sr. might say, particularly when Deacon Sharp himself arrived with a tray of sparkling water, extending his congratulations while igniting further jokes from Will about his father's potential reactions. Laughter resonated throughout the restaurant as Brooke and Katie expressed their gratitude to God that, following so much tragedy, especially with Luna seemingly absent, there was finally something worthy of celebration. However, their whispered relief did not go unnoticed by Sheila, who lingered nearby, feigning a wait for pizza while listening intently. Her eyes narrowed when Will announced his eagerness to share the good news with Electra, and her lips tightened in annoyance, though her curiosity was piqued when Katie suggested hosting a party at Il Giardino to commemorate the occasion. Sheila discreetly slipped away with her pizza box, but not before confirming the details at the bar, her mind already devising a plan for how this celebration could serve as the backdrop for Luna's reemergence. Meanwhile, at Lee's house across town, Luna herself was restless, torn between appreciation for her second chance and a persistent sense of unease.